Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel again, and I'm so glad I'm doing this. It's been like more than a week now since I last came here, since I last talked to you guys, since I last saw you guys, and I've missed you guys. So this is me again, one and only Fola. Kind of quite tired. It's been a lot. I've had a lot on my plate, so you know how this channel, what it's all about now. Growth and everything, and I'm trying as much as possible to do my own part of the steps to take to growth and have my testimonies to come to give you guys at the end of the day. Because what is it all about? If I can't at the end of the day say, oh, this is what and this is that I have achieved. So yeah, I've been doing a whole lot of things by the side, and yeah, so guys, happy belated independence. I think that's in order. So that's that. I'm so glad to be here. So guys, something happened. It was because of what happened I'm going to be sharing this. So guys, something happened after I got, you guys know now, I got laid off. Like, that's going to be the basis thing of this conversation again. So I got laid off, okay, and though I got laid off, I cashed out on my company. Maybe not so much, but I kind of cashed out on my company. Again, after I got laid off, like, it was after I had gotten laid off that I cashed out on my company. And you may wonder how. So I'm going to get to that story. Basically, it's all that, not so much though. So basically, the thing is, the laptop, the company's laptop, and my file are now mine. You may ask how. And truth guys, let me tell you how it is. That's never happened before. I don't know if they had it in plans, but it has never happened to anyone before in the history of the company, and it didn't happen in this time because I wasn't the only one that was laid off. Okay, others are returning their laptops and my file, but me, I am keeping mine. How did this happen? So I guess this video is going to be cut into two because I don't want it to be too long for a one-time video. So I guess it's going to be in parts, 2 parts to be exact. So I'm going to make this one and then I'll shorten it and we'll come back next time. So there's going to be a part 2 of it. So basically there are 3 things I did to have arrived at this, and that's why I put it like 3 things to avoid frustration on your job. It kind of helped me to avoid frustration on my job, and I'm coming out to tell you this is a testimony that I got laid off and I cashed out on my company still. How did this happen? Others, it didn't happen to them like that, but it did happen to me. So how? So basically, one of the 3 things, the first one is number 1, first impression. So on the day that my HR, I'm going to try to be very fast about this. On the day that my HR called me to inform me about the termination of employment, she said something. She said, Fola, actually, you've been one of the most intelligent that we've employed here at So Exclusive. I'm like, okay. You know, it's when bad things happen that people will start trying to say good things about you just to make you feel alright and feel good. I scoffed and I'm like, okay. And she's like, no, seriously, actually, remember the day you came for interview now? Immediately you left, as you were just leaving, immediately you left, Tyler came down to tell me that that girl, we are employing her. Send a mail to her that she has been employed. She said that. It was when she said that, I don't know for sure if I was one of the intelligent people there, because I really doubted myself all the while I was there. I don't know for sure, but that statement she made kind of made me go back to rethink and like, oh, okay. Because I remember the day I did interview with them, guys, it was within an hour, more or less, like less than an hour, just an hour, that I got an email, a confirmation email of employment with them. Even at that time, after I got that mail, I was like, am I really sure of this company? Like, they've just made a decision like that. It's barely an hour that I left here, and now I already have a job with them. Like, is that how it is? What is going on? I had fear about, hope they will not owe salaries. Like, that was a major thing for me, because I was just getting home. The office was at Omole, and I lived then at Ikorodu, and I was just getting home when I got the mail. I'm like, whoa, how did this? Sorry about that interruption, guys. I'm using my phone for this video. I'm sorry about that. That was a call. So, like, how did this happen? I'm like, okay. So when she made that statement, I kind of went back to realize that, oh, okay, that's true. It didn't actually take much that I got that email that day, and what happened, guys? First impression. I guess I gave my boss a kind of confidence look, and I'm actually very good at making indelible mark when I meet with people for the first time. I don't know how I do it, but for the first time you're meeting me, I always kind of come out to people as someone very intelligent, very very ambitious, someone that knows what she's doing and has got her life together. Whereas if you look at it critically, it's not really like that though. But then that's how people come out to see me. For the very first time they meet me, they always have that kind of insinuation. I don't know how I do it, and this is not me even for me, because I remember that interview. We didn't really, prior to that time, before this job, I didn't have any expertise or knowledge about content writing or anything. I didn't do any job concerning content writing. Prior to that time, I was a teacher. And we didn't even really talk about the job per se during the interview, if I could remember right. It was basically because I had maybe a little more details about the company, because I did my findings, my research before in that interview, and then we kind of talked about a bit of my school, my degree, politics, and all of that, and that was it. So it wasn't even me going to form or me trying. It wasn't about me particularly giving this whole almighty look or overview of myself. I can do this, I can do that. So that first impression, guys, went a lot. I remember making a lot of mistakes on my job. I made plenty of mistakes, but because of that first impression that I gave my boss, I guess my boss was able to see a whole lot of that first impression I gave to him, kind of made him see someone beyond what she could be for herself. He saw more potentials than I even saw in me. And so when I made mistakes, he was always quick to correct me, not to scold me. And he always saw that, oh, babe, girl, you're actually more than these mistakes you make. You are up to the task. And it gave me that feeling of, oh, you're not so stupid after all. Do you understand? What's the first time you meet with people? There is something that you give, there's something you do that makes them see and appreciate you. So even though I made mistakes, can you imagine that even in the midst of making these mistakes, I was still promoted to be team lead? Even though that role eventually, my boss and I, we kind of had some kind of clash, and so after like 3 months, he removed me from that role and all of that. But still, for every time that, even when we had meetings or I had suggestions, oh, okay, go ahead. You always wanted more from me. Always expected so much from me. Do you understand? And even though, as much as you expected these things, you still saw me as someone that, oh, she makes her own mistake, but she's not so bad. So when things go AWOL or go wrong, I'm not always like, hey, my boss will be mad at me. How have I done this? How will I explain this? No. Of course, I feel bad about some of these things, but there's always that confidence that regardless, he kind of understands. Okay? So guys, that was first thing. First, I'm going to continue this in the next video, so watch out for the next video. So there are two other things, which the second one is study your contracts, the third one is be clear about what you want, and we are going to get, so I'm coming to how this whole laptop thing and MiFi came about. This is the first step to that. It kind of helped me, so watch out for the next video, guys. I hope I didn't take too much of your time. I love you guys. I love you. Watch out. Bye.